The Atascocita High School Military Marching Band is directed by band directors Randy Countryman and Anthony Hicks. The next performance of the band will be next Friday night here at Turner Stadium versus the Conroe Tigers. Kickoff is at 7 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field are the very fine, classy, hard-working, and incredibly successful dance team, the Kingwood Phillies, under the direction of Miss April Swinson. These champions are working towards their 18th national championship as they travel to Los Angeles, California in the spring. This very proud and talented group of young ladies will also be hosting their annual dance clinic, open to pre-K through high school, next month on November 14th. More information will be distributed soon. Leading the Phillies on the field are the very talented Fabulous Five: Major Madeline Snell, Major Caroline Knox, Lieutenant Colonel Amy Felder, Lieutenant Colonel Cindy Fletcher, and Colonel Hannah Lamb. The Philly of the Week goes to an incredible asset and hard-working individual for the Kingwood Phillies, and that person is Aaron Delmar. Also, the Kingwood Phillies are proud to introduce the Kellyanne Style Senior Philly Spotlight of the Week, Britta Hockman. Now enjoying the 2015-2016 Kingwood Phillies perform their classic prop performance to the tune of the Broadway hit, Burlesque. The Phillies continue to pray for the full recovery of their friend and teammate, Riley Hoffman, as she continues to fight her way back. We love you, Riley. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Kingwood, the mighty Mustang Military Marching Band. Tonight the band performs intricate precision drills to traditional march music as they continue the rich heritage of American military bands. Drum majors Warren Alsabrook and Ashley Cub lead the band onto the field as they perform Garland Entree March by Carl King, the Claxon March by Henry Fillmore, Colonel Bogey March by Kenneth Alford, and Action Front March by Herman Blankenberg. Way to go, man.
Back here live from Turner Stadium, J.W. Smith and Derek Jones on the call for the second half between the Atascocita Eagles and the Kingwood Mustangs. Kingwood in the first half had 5 turnovers, and that attributed to the 35-0 score the Atascocita Eagles have put up. And Derek, if you're Kingwood, you have had like this. I mean, I can only imagine the conversations in the locker room on that side of the ball. And it's just insane.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, Coach Campbell, I'm sure he talked to the guys a little bit. I mean, you would think with a score like that you'd go in and yell at the guys and, maybe say a few things that you didn't want to really say. But, honestly, they're a good team. So what you want to do is go in and say, hey, guys, you know what? We probably played as poorly as we could have played. We've had turnovers. We've done some things that we can do better at. Just let's come out here in the second half and let's just get back to doing what we do. Let's get back to the kind of football we like to play. Let's get the running game started. Linemen, let's make sure we're taking good steps, taking good angles. Let's get some blocking going on for our guys, and let's just get back in the game. He's like, we can't score 35 points when we first score our first touchdown. We only can get one at a time. So let's just take our time. Let's get a score on the board, and let's see what happens. Let's get our defense out there. We're going to change our defense up a little bit. Like I said in the break, I think they would come out with something, maybe try to get an extra defensive back out there. Maybe they can put some double coverage on Campbell, kind of slow him down because he's been the main focus right now. You also could, put a double cover on another receiver, of your choice, and then play zone in the back. Maybe have a 4-man rush kind of running that kind of like a dime defense back there. But you want to find something that you can have some continuity with. I mean, Kingwood's definitely not out of the game. I mean, the score may say that, the body language may say that, but he shouldn't yell and scream, just whatever. He just go in there and just try to figure out what we can do to have some kind of success, and come back out here in the second half and just be competitive and then see what happens.
Yeah, and the thing is the Kingwood Mustangs, like you said, they're not a bad team. It's just they've made – the first half was probably one of the most mistake-ridden halves of football I've seen ever. And it's not something that you're going to – I really don't expect them to continue playing like that, especially after going into halftime, having the – making the adjustments. And I do expect them to play a lot better here in the second half. But you got to really hand it to Atascocita. I mean, I don't want to take any credit away from their offense because Niall Campbell had 9 receptions for 186 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
And that's a half.
That's big time.
Those are numbers that you don't see anywhere.
Yeah, that's big time from a big time player. I mean, Boyd's been chunking the ball, basically playing catch. I mean, we talked about it's like 7-on-7. I mean, the young kids play 7-on-7 now. I mean, it looked like a drill, 7-on-7. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Kingwood comes out to do, what kind of adjustments, halftime adjustments they make. And you're right, Atascocita, they did exactly what they wanted to do the first half. They took advantage of every miscue, that Kingwood had. So,
and that ball is kicked up and out of bounds. Lay was trying to return it, but it fell out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So Kingwood will get favorable field position to start the second half, and that's exactly what they want to start with, is just some kind of advantage here to start it out, and hopefully the adjustments they have made, they're going to re-kick the ball actually. So.
Yeah, that's another way for them to try to get the ball in another one of their playmakers' hands. Maybe they can set up a wall return. I mean, all week you work on your special teams. Maybe they can set up something and kind of get back in the game. You're looking for anything, almost like a dead battery in a car. You're just trying to get a jump start. So you're trying to find whatever you can to kind of get you started again. Special teams have been good for them all season long. This is another opportunity to kind of get back in it and then not put so much pressure, because that's the thing. You start pressing, and that's why those mistakes were occurring, because you're pressing so hard. So maybe the special teams can come out, get them in good field position, and give them an opportunity to get a score on the board.
Well, no, it's a good situation here because you're kicking into the wind, and now they're going to squib kick. It's going to be low, and it's going to be fielded by Damon Young at the 30-yard line, and he's taking it up to the 40. Now he's going to be wrapped up and taken down. So he actually got to the 39-yard line before he was brought down, but you're kicking into the wind. You're going to back it up even more, and they've had a pretty good success this far tonight, so I like that call.
Yeah, smart play. I mean, smart decision, try to get field position. I mean, of course, you want to try to get as many yards as you can. I mean, if the ball would have gone out of bounds, they would have had it on, the 25. So you get a few more yards in it, close to midfield, and kind of see what you can do with your offense. And curious to see what kind of adjustments Kingwood made to kind of get back into what they do. I mean, like I say, I'd maybe bring out an extra tight end, maybe go ace formation, two tight formation. I mean, I'm not sure if that's something they want to do, but if that was them, something I would look at.
West is under center at the 39-yard line. He takes the snap. It's going to be pitch over to Lay, taking it on the far side of the field. He's trying to find some room to run, and he gains 4 yards before he's brought down, maybe 5. And he's brought down at the 42-yard line before he's brought down. So it's a gain of 4 yards. And we're going to take a quick break for a timeout here. Official timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. Your score is still 35-0. 11:42 to go here in the third quarter. And we'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid. But sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Iron Man Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com.
At Cavender's, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face.
Working with my partner.
8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavender's. Don't just wear it, live it.
Hey fans, this is Marvin Driver with Texan Drive Team. Need a car, sedan, truck, van, SUV? Come to the dealership where we treat you better.
I'm Brian Bohannon with the Texan Drive Team. If you want to get your preferred price, make sure you come see us.
This is Tom Huberty at TexanDrive.com. Please come see me for all your vehicle needs. I can sell GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, any pre-owned vehicle of your choice.
And I'm Nate Shaw. Make sure when you come in, ask for your Texan Drive Team. Best deals, best prices every day.
TexanDrive.com, we treat you better.
At Panera, we decided a long time ago to avoid the easy road and switch to antibiotic-free chicken. That decision set a lot of things in motion. So now it's not just chickens raised this way. It's more ingredients you can trust. Which has taught us a lesson. Sometimes, what you think is the harder road turns out to be the only one worth being on. Panera Bread. Live consciously. Eat deliciously.
Big Star Ford, Houston's fastest growing dealer. Why? Huge discounts, best selection, most of you trade, low payments. Are the all-new Mustang? Only $299 a month. Focus, $239 a month. Escape, only $299 a month. Everybody wants to know why we're Houston's fastest growing dealer. Big Star Ford. Big city discounts, small town dealing, 10 minutes south of downtown Houston off of 288. You drive, we listen.
Cerna is a local family-owned business located right on Will Clayton and a one-stop shop for your home, auto, liability, and business insurance needs. Please stop in or give us a call at 281-812-9775. We're also proud to support all of the Humble ISD athletes.
I'm Danny Sullivan, owner of Sullivan's Advanced Paint and Body. your home of top quality craftsmanship with hands-on care. We proudly offer a national lifetime guarantee. Stop on by and say hi. You're going to be glad you did. At Sullivan'sAdvancedPaintandBody.com, we're really going the extra mile to make you smile. Sullivan'sAdvancedPaintandBody.com, 22500 Loop 494 in Kingwood.
Back here live from Turner Stadium, 11:42 to go on the clock here in the third quarter. 35-0 the score. The Eagles leading the Mustangs, and the Mustangs have struggled thus far tonight. It's after 2 plays there's an injury timeout, so that's why we were away so long. The Houston High School football wrap-up show. Tune in to Fox Sports Southwest tonight after our game from 11 to midnight for the Houston High School football wrap-up show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chin, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, Courtney Madden as they take you around the city for all of the week's football action. The Houston High School football wrap-up show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight. Also, don't forget tomorrow, 3 games on tap tomorrow. Bright and early with 11 a.m. Or did they change the kickoff for that Katy game?
Yeah, they moved it up an hour just because of the weather in anticipation of that.
So 8 a.m. Is it 8 a.m. or 10 a.m.?
It's 10 a.m.
10 a.m. kickoff for that Katy game. They're going for their 45th straight district win against Drake Jesuit. And our nightcap features Humble and Barbers Hill. Don't forget about Cinco Ranch and Seven Lakes. All those games on Texan Live, your new home for high school football sports. So Atascocita really, with the way that they need to play to stop them, I mean, they just have to keep doing what they've been doing. But Kingwood has the bigger task here tonight from this point on. As under center is West. He's going to pitch the ball over to, looks like it's going to be Young coming on the near side of the field. He breaks a couple of tackles and falls forward to the 45-yard line inside Atascocita territory for a first down.
That's a big-time play, big gain for Kingwood. Exactly what you need. You need your guys to just do what you do. I mean, you've been running the ball, been mashing people all season long. Get back to what you're doing. Had Young bounce up to the left-hand side. There's some good hard running, broke off a couple tackles. Move the chains, get a first down. Kingwood has some momentum now.
So Kingwood, like you said, trying to get something going. They have been unable to really establish themselves offensively with the 5 turnovers in the first half. Under center is West, waiting for the snap. Here it comes. Now he puts a man in motion. It's a fake pitch to Hammersmith, and then he's going to hand the ball off to Lay, who's going to take it up the middle. But he's not going to find much room to run. He gains 3 yards.
Demarius Brooks, big number 44 defensive lineman, made another tackle right there. He's made the last couple of tackles. Nice play design from Kingwood, having a guy come around in the jet motion. Fake to him and hand off on almost like a little counter play back to the left-hand side. Kingwood has some stuff going early. They want to keep this going.
You can't eat too much clock, though, as every second at this juncture in the game counts for so much. Down 35 points. Under center is West, waiting in the same formation they have all night most of the time. It's going to be a pitch over to Hammersmith. He's going to take it towards the far side of the field, but he's met in the backfield, and they're going to lose yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. From the 49-yard line.
That's a big-time tackle. I mean, these guys are flying around back there in the backfield, making tackles. Brighton Thompson, one of the guys back there in the back. And you also had Brooks back there making tackle as well. Good pursuit from your linebackers.
Kingwood is 5-4 all-time against the Atascocita Eagles, but they have not beaten them since the 2012 season. So Atascocita has owned this matchup for the past few years. And Kingwood tonight has really struggled, but we still got time, as there's going to be a timeout called as we were down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Kingwood taking too much time to get to the line, so that's going to be a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. Your score here from Turner, 35-0, 9:45 to go in the third quarter. That one's brought to you by Tin Roof Barbecue. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Paint and Body, your home of top quality craftsmanship with hands-on care. We proudly offer a national lifetime guarantee. Stop on by and say hi. You're going to be glad you did. At Sullivan'sAdvancedPaintandBody.com, we're really going the extra mile to make you smile. Sullivan'sAdvancedPaintandBody.com, 22500 Loop 494 in Kingwood.
It's going to be 3rd down and 12 here coming up for the Kingwood Mustangs. But first, Derek, you got any score updates for me?
Yeah, I have some. Westfield right now is up 24-7 over to Caney at the half. You have Klein over Klein Oak, 24-20 in the third quarter. Cypress Ridge is losing right now to Cypress Creek, 34-6. You got the Woodlands up 23-0 over Oak Ridge. That's in the fourth quarter with about 11 minutes to go. You have New Caney up 28-21 over Crosby. Is that a surprise? 4:51 to go.
Yes, big one. That is huge over there in 21-5A. That pass is going to come towards the near side to Chase Evans, who's going to take it down the field, and that's their biggest gain offensively tonight. Correction, that's not Chase Evans. That's number 82. I'm sorry, I have 85 for Chase Evans, but he's number 82, so I was correct. That was Chase Evans on the catch, taking it down the field to the 30-yard line. So that's his first reception of the night, and he's been one of their go-to guys offensively when they throw the ball.
Yeah, that's a big-time catch. I mean, like I say, he's already scored a touchdown this season. I mean, he hasn't had the ball a lot because, they don't pass the ball a whole lot, but that's a big-time play, a nice screen set up to your left-hand side.
First down from the 30. That handoff will go to Lay, who's going to try to find the edge on the far side, and he gets some yards, and it's going to be a 6-yard gain there on the play, down to the 24. So, offensively, Kingwood really trying to get it going, and this is very similar to their opening drive.
Yes.
And then they started seeing some mistakes, so hopefully this time that they can start eliminating those mistakes.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, they came out with a good game plan early, but, they had those miscues to kind of slow them down and kind of take the momentum away from them. They're coming out, starting off this second half with the same approach, and it's working so far. They're moving down the field really well.
So under center again, that one's going to go to Lay, trying to take it on the near side. Very similar play as last time. Might have been the exact same play. He gains 4 yards on the play. He might have actually gained 5 and gotten the first down, but it just depends on where they mark the ball.
That's a nice job from Kingwood coming back to the left-hand side, almost like a counter play once again to the left-hand side. I mean, they're working with something right now. They're getting 4 or 5 yards pop. Lay is running really hard and setting up a short 3rd down and 1. I mean, this is good momentum right now for Kingwood.
So 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs. They're going to go Lay and Young in the backfield. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. He's going to go to Lay on the left side. Lay trying to set the edge, and he's brought down in the backfield. It's going to be 4th down and 2. And at this point, I know that Garcia has the leg, but do you kick the field goal or you go for it here?
Right here, it's a short yardage situation. I'm going for it. I mean, I've been getting 4 or 5 yards a chunk. I mean, I'm not going to try to outthink myself. I'm not going to try to run something cute. I'm just going to run off tackle. I mean, we've had success with that so far this second half starting out. I mean, I want to do exactly the same thing. I mean, sometimes coaches will overthink this, but, I think Coach Campbell's going to come out and run a nice, smart play and get this first down.
Jumbo package in. It's going to be Young in the backfield waiting for the snap. Here it comes, and it's going to be a false start against the offense. Well, no, it looks like it might be as that snap was they actually got the play off, but I saw the flag come in, and it's going to be offsides on the defense.
Yeah, that's a very smart play. I mean, that's another way to go. Good discipline from the offensive line. Try to draw the guys offsides. That'll give them a first down.
Yep, and TJ West also was able to sneak the ball for the first down.
Yeah, so either way they get that.
Yeah, either way, it's 1st and 10. So that's very good for the Kingwood Mustangs. If they had not gotten that, that is almost at that point, no matter what, you're so deflated that it's game over emotionally and mentally for them.
Yeah, that's very demoralizing if they wouldn't have gotten that. You're exactly right. I mean, you've driven the ball all the way down the field pretty much from from this point so far. I mean, you didn't want to give up the ball there. So nice drives, nice first down. Let's see what Kingwood can do.
7:42 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Kingwood really eating clock here in the 3rd quarter, but they need to get some touchdowns as that pitch is going to be fake to Hammersmith, and now it's going to be Lay taking it up the middle. He's on the left side of the field down to the 7-yard line and falls at the 4. And they'll mark him at the 3, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Mustangs. This is the closest they've been all night.
That's a big-time play right there. It's a nice design. I mean, it's almost like a delayed run back to the left-hand side. Sets it up. I mean, it's a good run, giving them 1st down and goal. This is exactly what Kingwood want to do at the half. Like I said before, the game is not over. All you need is a good drive and get a little momentum, start feeling good about yourself again, and we got a new ball game.
Under center is West. He will hand the ball off to Young, who bounces off one man and falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs, and they are on the board here in the second half.
Big-time run right there from Young. Broke off a couple tackles. I mean, had an opportunity to tackle him on the 1-yard line. He took the hit. He spun off of it, stuck the ball, extended over goal line. All you have to do is have the ball across the plane. Touchdown, Kingwood, and it's a new ball game.
That's the best I've seen them play all night. They played that drive. Nearly took almost half of the quarter, though, and that's something you really can't be doing. You got to kind of pick up the pace, but, I mean, getting the points is just as big as not eating clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, that's a big drive. I mean, I don't mind so much the time.
And that one's almost blocked as that one goes up and through the uprights.
Yeah, I don't mind so much the time. I mean, of course, you're doing two things. You're driving the ball, you're having some success, you're running some clock. Yeah, I mean, it's cutting into the time, but it's also keeping the ball away from Atascocita. Now you need your defense to go out. Let's see what they can do.
7:14 to go here in the third quarter. 35-7 the score. The Eagles are leading the Mustangs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. That one's brought to you by All Spas, Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Back here live from Turner Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Derek Jones for this 16-6A matchup between the Kingwood Mustangs and the Atascocita Eagles. Kingwood just scored, and they're about to kick off. 7:14 to go, 35-7 the score. Garcia's kick is up and away, and that is going to be returned at the 14-yard line, and the man's going to take it down towards the 20, and it's brought down at the 22, and there's flags coming in on the play.
Yeah, usually when you get those flags, you may get a holding, like an illegal block in the back, something like that. That would be big for Kingwood to back them up, and Atascocita back up a little bit, kind of get them started deep in their own territory.
Now, Derek, you and I were talking during that break about maybe this is the situation that the Kingwood, with them driving the ball down the field, if they can get a stop here, you're starting to wonder if Atascocita might have relaxed a little bit too much. And if they let the Mustangs back in this game, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. You're exactly right. I mean, all it takes is for you to let your guard down just a little bit. And, I mean, and that's hard. I mean, you have a team that's put up points pretty easy in the first half. I mean, it's easy to get complacent. You know, complacency sets in, and then you don't come out with the same kind of motivation. You think you can just kind of score at will because you did that before. But next thing you know, the team that you're playing against, I mean, they suit up just like you do. They're fighting and competing. All it takes is a little spark. When we talked about the battery and the plug, getting everything started, I mean, that's a nice drive from Kingwood. Now, if this defense comes out and gets a stop, I mean, we have a different outcome. Let's see what happens.
So Boyd will take his guys to the line. He's standing in the gun, waiting for the snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Taylor, who's going to take it towards the far side of the field before he's brought down right around the – actually, he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage, so that's a loss of a couple of yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 12.
That's a nice play over there from Kingwood. Kingwood made a nice tackle on the play. Ben Beckelman coming off that defensive end. I mean, exactly what you want. You have Contain up there as defensive end. They're running towards you. You need to make sure you're stout and stay up there and make a good tackle.
4 wide receivers. It's going to be a screen play over towards the near side. It's going to be Campbell making the catch, and he's forced out of bounds at the 16, 17-yard line before he's stopped. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 coming up here for the Eagles.
Yeah, another quick out route to the left-hand side. I mean, I'm still wanting to see, you know, maybe someone jam him up on the line, get up just a little bit closer. I mean, they can't jam him because he's actually behind the line, but I'm wanting someone to come up just a little bit more on him because that's kind of like a bread and butter play that Atascocita's been running.
Well, he's not even covered right now. He's in the slot. Waiting in the snap, or waiting for the snap is Boyd. Here it comes. He's going to fake the give. No, he's going to hand the ball off to Taylor. He's going to try to run it up the middle, but nothing doing, and it's going to be 4th down and 5. There's that stop that the Kingwood Mustangs needed. And we're going to see a punt here for the Eagles. I think that's only their 2nd one tonight.
Big-time stop from Kingwood. I mean, your offense came out. They drove the ball down the field, punched one in the end zone. Defense comes out. The offense is like, hey, defense, okay, guys, we did what we need to do. What are you going to do? Defense said, hey, guys, we got you. We made the stop, 3 and out. There's not been a lot of those tonight for Kingwood, so now they get the punt. See what happens again with the offense. Nice job.
And it's going to be kicked up and away, and back deep to return the kick is Nolan Powell, who will wave off his team, and it's going to bounce at the 45-yard line and out of bounds. So Kingwood getting the ball back in Atascocita territory with 5:57 to go here in the second half.
You can already see a little extra prep in the step when you're walking out there for Kingwood. It's like, hey, guys, we can't wait to get back out there now. I mean, the first half, I mean, you totally forget about that. You know, as a coach, you tell your guys, it's 0-0. Let's go back out there. Let's start to do what we want to do when we first came out and see what happens. I mean, Kingwood comes out, they take the ball down the field and stop them. You know, they get on defense, they 3 and out, they stop them. Now it's the opportunity for Kingwood's offense to see if they can sustain yet another drive.
TJ West taking his guys to the line. He's got Lay, Young, and Hammersmith in the backfield, but that one's going to be handed off to I went through all 3 of those. But it was Lay who got the ball, and he was brought down in the backfield for a loss of 5.
Yeah, it's a big play. Defensive end on the other side. We talked about contain the last play. That's good contain for Atascocita. He's actually fighting off a block and made the tackle with one arm and was getting blocked with the other arm. Nice play from your defense. Like I said, they don't give up a lot of rushing yards. They gave up a touchdown just a second ago. You want to come back out now if you're Atascocita and put an end to all the excitement from Kingwood.
So West waiting under center. He's going to take the pitch. Now he's going to toss the screenplay over to, looked like that was going to Evans, but it didn't really hit him in the hands and falls incomplete. It almost got intercepted, actually.
Yeah, it may be a pass interference. I mean, that pass was so quick. I mean, you have to be careful. The quarterback is really close to the line on that play.
And there's a flag on the play, and it looks like some of the there's the roughing the passer against the Eagles, so that's a 15-yarder. Now they were at 2nd and 15. Now they're going to get a first down.
I mean, if you're Kingwood, you're taking it any way you can get it. I mean, that same thing happened in the first half.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you want to get as many yards as Atascocita. They gave them a few yards on a couple penalties. Hey, we're Kingwood. This second half. This is our half now. Let's get us some of those penalties, and it's a nice play. Get them a first down. Exactly what they needed to move the ball a little bit closer.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball on the 35-yard line inside Atascocita territory. 5:17 on the clock, and that ball will be handed off to, it looks like that's going to be Lay coming on the near side, and he gets a couple of yards before he's brought down, and they're just still working those edges as they have all year, but Atascocita has a little more speed, so that's been really a real struggle for them so far tonight, but it's starting to kind of get going a little bit for them now.
Yeah, Kingwood's, they found something. I mean, they found a little bit of a crease, run those off-tackle plays. Atascocita's been running sideline to sideline the whole game now. Coming out in the second half, I mean, there may be a little step slower. I mean, like you said, they may not be as warm as they need to be. Kingwood's taking the opportunity right now.
And that ball will be handed off to Young, who's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to fall forward after fighting for a couple of yards. And it's going to be a gain of 5, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. And they're getting chippy down there a little bit now.
Yeah, now it's Tui on that tackle. And I don't have a problem. I mean, some people have a problem with the chippiness. I mean, this is football. This is not holding hands and kumbaya. This is football. You have pads. I mean, I want you a little upset on one side. I mean, you kind of had the woodshed in the first half. You know what? I want you upset saying, hey, we're going to give you guys the woodshed this half. Let's get some football going on. It's Friday night. TexanLive.com. Let's go.
I agree with you 110% on that. Not to mention, I mean, it's also a rivalry game, so you got to expect at least a little bit of chippiness. As that pitch is going to go to Lay, who's going to try to take it on the left side. He's going to gain maybe 2 yards, but you're in 4-down territory the rest of the game. So, I mean, that's just getting closer to the sticks. That's all you're doing. Trying to gain 2 or 3 yards of play right now.
Set us up for a short 4th down. We're going to do it just like we did the last time. We're going to try to draw you off sides. I'm sure they're going to try to do that again. Maybe out of the range of a quarterback sneak, but I wouldn't put it past them right now.
So 4th down and, say, 2 yards. Ball's on the 27-yard line. Under center is West, waiting for the snap. He put his guys go, and it will be Lay trying to take it over the top, reaching for the first down marker. He hurdled over a man. Let's see if they give him the first down. It's going to be really close here, Derek.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really close. He had an opportunity, and he tried to jump over the young man. I mean, but there was a big pile that was going on.
And it looks like it is going to be short, and it is a turnover on downs. They were probably 6 inches short. I'm actually surprised they didn't take the opportunity to measure it, but we have a weird angle from here.
Yeah.
So it might have been very clear from that down there.
Yeah, that was a big play, big stop from Atascocita. I mean, if Kingwood gets that first down, I mean, it could start to kind of snowball a little bit in Kingwood's favor.
Exactly.
But now, like I said, Kingwood's defense, they have to go back out and get the ball right back, for your team. Try to keep that momentum that you've built up so far.
3:19 to go here in the third quarter. 35-7 the score. Eagles leading the Mustangs. 1st and 10 for the Eagles now after the turnover on downs for the Mustangs. Ball is on the, looks like the 27-yard line.
And they're doing kind of what we talked about. They're double covering Campbell over there. I see 2 guys out there on him, which is smart. Let's have somebody else beat us. Not that one man who's, had video game numbers in the first half. He's not catching any more balls, or he's not going to get behind us at the very least.
Yeah, you can't let him get deep anymore. If he's going to beat you, you gotta keep him in front of you. As that's going to be taken by Boyd. He's going to roll out under a little bit of pressure, but he's going to toss it deep down the field, and it's almost caught at the 50-yard line by A.J. Smith, and he was wide open. Had that connected, that would have been 6.
And see, that's the thing. I mean, they're double covering, the Campbell in the middle. You got all eyes on your big play player, but you have to forget they have 4 guys out there, and they kind of snuck a guy back on the deep route. I mean, he was wide open. The ball's a little bit overthrown. I mean, I'm not sure how the wind is going right now, but, just a little bit overthrown.
Well, they are going into the wind, but it's not as bad. It's not blowing as hard as it was at the beginning of the game. Standing in the gun, waiting for the snap is Boyd, and it's going to be a toss over to the left side or the right side of the field to Campbell, but immediately hit in the backfield was Campbell, and he was hit pretty hard.
Yeah, that's an outstanding play. I mean, as a wide receiver, you can't defend yourself like that, but it's different from the first half. In the first half, the cornerbacks weren't breaking like that. And, now you go into halftime saying, hey, we got a break on the ball. As soon as he throws that quick route, somebody needs to fly to the ball and make the tackle. That's a big hit up there from your cornerback.
Well, you have to assume as a defensive player at this point that Campbell's getting the ball in this play. So you kind of have to just key on that and, like you said, let somebody else beat you. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12. And 4 seconds on the play clock. I think a timeout's on its way here. Well, exactly sure what's going on right now. Okay, now they're going to blow it, saying let's go. So 3 minutes on the clock. Clock continuing to run. 35-7 the score. Atascocita has the ball and the lead. 3rd and 12. Dropping back to pass is Boyd. Looking right, and he connects with Fairman, who makes the catch and the first down at the 43-yard or the 38-yard line, and that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, it's a nice little corner route, little out route from Fairman out here. I mean, kind of got lost in the shuffle. Like I said, there's a lot of focus going on Campbell, which is deservedly so. I mean, he's had a big first half. But you can't. I mean, you want the other guys to have to beat you, and you also have to make sure you kind of keep them in front of you.
But the problem is that this Atascocita team has wide receivers on all ends. As Campbell's going to fake the jet sweep, and that's going to be handed off to Taylor, who takes it up the middle for actually a loss of a yard.
Yeah, that's a nice penetration from your defensive line. Defensive line is firing off the ball a whole lot better in this half so far than they did in the first half. I mean, it's going to be hard for Atascocita to run right now.
Well, at this point, the defense really is. They've been embarrassed in the first half.
Exactly.
They're not going to go down without fighting. At least So at this point, they have nothing to lose, and they're firing off the ball, like you said, in the snap. And it's going to be a toss over to Fairman again on the quick slant route, and he makes the catch. And it's going to be a 10-yard gain. So that's going to be a first down.
Yeah. It's a quick slant, just like you said. I mean, as a cornerback now, you want to step up, but I mean, I know he's worried about him going deep, and that's smart. Because you can do the stop and stop and go, but you want to get up just a little bit closer. Maybe have your safety over the top.
Yeah, that's probably what I would be doing too. They have 2 guys on Campbell and 1 on Fairman now under center. Or I'm sorry, from the snap or from the gun, it will be tossed towards the left side of the field, and there will be a lot of contact on the far side. And now there's a flag. It came from the back judge.
With that angle, I mean, he may call off from defensive pass interference, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not an offensive pass interference. But from that angle, I mean, he probably only can see defense.
Well, they were targeting Fairman on the far side of the field. So they're going to call it on the defense. But it looked to me like you said, it could have gone either way because it looked like there might have been a little bit of a push-off. But there was a lot of contact before that as well. So that could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way.
So Atascocita driving the ball now. 1:31 to go here in the third quarter. 35-7 remains the score. Coming up next for Atascocita on next Friday, I believe. Yeah, they're going to be playing Conroe here at Turner, and that's going to wrap up their season. And then for the Mustangs, they're playing College Park on the 30th. From the gun, that's going to be handed off to Taylor, who's taking it up the middle, has a lot of yards, taking it down to the 18-yard line, 16-yard line now where he's marked down for a first down. Big gain there for Patrick Taylor.
It's a big gain from Patrick Taylor. Nice draw play, set up really well. Busted through the middle of the line right there and got a first down.
So that turnover on downs for Kingwood has really shifted the momentum back into Atascocita's favor. And Atascocita has to stop them from getting into the end zone or even getting a field goal here. As Boyd stands in the pistol, he's going to toss the ball quick over to Campbell on the far side of the field, or the near side, and he's going to make the catch at the 20-yard line and then be forced out of bounds at the 14.
That's another outstanding play. Once again, another quick route out to the outside, pass. Eric Hammersmith had a good block. That'd be actually Shorts had a good block, the wide receiver, on that quick route.
So from the gun, trips to the far side, 2nd down and 7 on this play. Dropping back, pump fakes, tossing towards the end zone. He's got Fairman, but it's overthrown, incomplete. He was open in the end zone, but incomplete, so it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, he's wide open, and just the ball's a little bit too high. And as that stop and go we talked about, exactly what they did. I mean, that's what happens when you run the quick route. Then as a defender, I mean, of course, you're taught to break on the ball. They're killing us with the quick route. Well, as soon as you break on the ball, that's exactly what they want. They'll just pump fake it and then have a guy slip right behind you.
Fairman leads the team in touchdown receptions, and he led it coming into tonight. Then Niall Campbell briefly tied him, and Fairman caught the last touchdown that was thrown. So now he's back in the lead. So dropping back to pass, they're going to Fairman again in the end zone, and he makes the catch, and that's a touchdown for the Atascocita Eagles. So the Atascocita Eagles have gone back up by 35 points here with 58 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Well, 34 points pending the extra touchdown that was thrown.
That's
automatic. But
yeah, that's just a mismatch out there. I mean, he's a big receiver, and boy, just put it over his outside shoulder, turn around and throw it. And I'm sure those two guys are competing, saying, hey, I tied you on touchdowns. No, you didn't. I'll get a couple more. This team is talented.
Oh, it really is. And last year they went down in the bi-district round. They lost. But that team last year, there's a lot of unfinished business for some of these guys.
Yeah.
And I think that they've shown it so far. As that kick is up and through the uprights. No, it's no good. It goes left, wide left. So like I said, no automatic extra points. So it's going to be a 34-point lead for the Eagles. 41-7 the score. 58 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. That one's brought to you by Allspa's Ace Hardware. We are Ace Hardware and so much more. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Back here live from Turner Stadium, J.W. Smith alongside Derek Jones. 41-7 the score. It is 58 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Derek, it's really going to be a task for the Kingwood Mustangs. They're not built to come from really anything more than maybe 10 points behind late in the game because of the way their offense is built. They're keyed around running the ball, powering it through, eating the clock. And that's what they kind of did on that drive that they had the touchdown on, and they've struggled.
Yeah, they've had success doing just that, what you said. I mean, but they're not built to have the quick strike.
That ball is fielded at the 10-yard line by Lay, who's going to try to take it down to the 29 before he's brought down.
That young man's running hard all night.
Oh, yes, he has. And it's really unfortunate because you have Alana Lua, who came out of the game, and we haven't really seen him. We haven't seen him at all since he's walking around on the sidelines, but I mean, he hasn't been in the game, and it's just been a struggle for them ever since. Because the drives that they had, he was out there, they were successfully just turned the ball over.
Yeah, he's a big-time playmaker. So definitely, when you don't have your playmaker out there, it kind of shifts your offense. But Kingwood's been competing. Like I said, Young's been running around, Lay's been running around.
That ball's going to go to Young, who's going to take it on the far side, get wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, trying to get it up the middle, but nothing doing.
Yeah, but just like you say, I mean, it's really tough when you're built to run the ball and play keep away and then play sound defense. And when you get behind by a certain amount of points, then you have to change what you're doing, and that kind of gets you out of whack. They were trying to do a little bit of that in the first half, and kind of gave the ball a few times over to Atascocita to have those quick strike scores. So, if you're Kingwood, you do what you're doing, and just keep playing.
So under center is going to be TJ West. He's got Young and Lay in the backfield waiting for the snap. Here it comes. It's going to be a fake pitch. Now it's going to be a toss towards the near side to Hammersmith, who makes the catch from the wide receiver position. He breaks a couple of tackles and gets the first down and then some down to the 45-yard line. Good gain there for Kingwood.
Nice quick out, the same thing that Atascocita's trying to run. I mean, another quick to the outside, left-hand side, and good run, good first down.
Now, tonight, the Kingwood Mustangs have, like you said, they've gotten out of their game plan early because, I mean, you're down 35-0 coming into the second half. You can't you can't continue to do what you were doing. But they showed success moving the ball. But at this point in the game, if you really do believe you have a chance to win, then you have to start throwing the ball.
Yes.
Because running the ball is only going to get you 4 or 5 yards unless you break one.
You're exactly right. I mean, time is not their friend right now. They have to try to score as quick as they can.
So under center, West, waiting for the snap. He's going to pitch the ball to Lay, who's going to follow West as a blocker, but not much room to run. He gains 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, and then another approach is you pass the ball a little bit to hopefully get the Atascocita team to back up just a little bit to get you back in the opportunity to run again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do.
Because right now, Atascocita is really stacking the box.
Yes,
and
yes.
you just said, I mean, you have 8 guys up there, and there's nothing. It's almost impossible to successfully run. With that kind of situation. So it's going to be a timeout. So we're going to take a quick timeout. This one's brought to you by Tin Roof Barbecue. 41-7 to score. I'm sorry, it's not a timeout, but that is the end of the 3rd quarter. 41-7 the score. We'll be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night, we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
Back here live from Turner Stadium as Kingwood here at the start of the 4th quarter is down 34 points to the Eagles, 41-7. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Young, but Young's not going to be able to find any room to run. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage, maybe gain 6 inches there. So, like I was saying, though, it's just they're not built to come out of this to come back from this kind of deficit. And to really be successful, you have to be able to pass the ball in this situation. And it's going to be a very tough task in the 4th quarter for the Mustangs.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But it also gives you an opportunity, I mean, to kind of work on some things. So, hey, we can incorporate this as the season continues. Let's work on some of the short passing games, some of the out routes that they're running. Let's try to work on something that we can have to add to what we do now.
So under center, it's going to be a handoff to Lay, who's going to take it towards the far side of the field, gaining a few yards on it, but he's not going to get the first down. He's going to get it right to the 49-yard line inside of Atascocita territory. It's going to be 4th down and 5, so it looks like you have to go for it here, but I don't see Garcia coming out, so they are going to go for it. I saw a lot of substitutions coming in, but they are going to go for it. 4th and 5 for the Mustangs. If you want any chance, you have to get this first down. If not, the game is going to if Atascocita scores again, it's definitely over. So here's the snap. It's going to be a fumbled snap, and it's on the ground at the 49-yard line. It looks like West might have fallen on it, but it doesn't matter who has it. It's going to be a turnover either way at that spot. So Atascocita's ball on the fumble snap. That's the 2nd one tonight, and that's their 6th turnover of the evening.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you're trying to, when you have the center quarterback exchanges, quarterback's pulling out just a little bit too quick. I mean, he's trying to hurry up and rush to get to his play and get to where he's got to be at. And, in the center as well, he's trying to snap the ball a little bit quicker because he's got a big lineman on the other side ready to hit him in the face. So it's a double-edged sword on that play. But that's a big turnover. It's crucial in that point to get the ball back to Atascocita. Of course, you want to try to get that first down and, try to keep this defense off the field because they've been on the field a lot tonight against a very talented Eagle team.
So Atascocita getting the ball back on the 49-yard line inside Mustangs territory with 10:31 to go here in the 4th quarter. Waiting for the snap is Boyd. He's going to fake the handoff, roll out to the far side, and he's going to connect to Wad Shorts, and he's going to take it down the sidelines to the 34-yard line, and now he's going to bounce around a little bit and gets brought down. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 23 now. So first down after the big gain for the Eagles. And that's exactly what they've been doing all night, is striking quick and with the big play.
It's a very talented team. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to put them on my schedule if I'm, trying to play a game or a homecoming game because you may be, kind of sad at your homecoming. And this team's coming out, firing the ball around. I mean, the last team I saw that was quick strike like this team was that Crosby team we saw.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is some nice stuff going on from Atascocita.
So in the gun is Boyd. He's going to drop back to pass, tosses towards the near side in the backfield to Shorts, who's going to make the catch at the 20-yard line. He breaks a couple of tackles, and now he's forced out of bounds at the 7. And Atascocita is going to have first and goal here.
Good grief. I mean, it's just one after the other. I mean, it's you don't even have to have a number. I mean, they could just take off the numbers off the jersey, and each one of them looks the same. I mean, they just pass and catch, throw and catch.
If it's not Campbell, it's Fairman. If it's not Fairman, it's Shorts. I said, they have weapons everywhere on the field. And if somebody's having an off night, somebody's going to be having a big night.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't matter. Trips to the far side. They're all bunched up near the offensive line of scrimmage. That's going to be a pitch over to Taylor. Taylor's going to take it down to the 5-yard line and fall forward, trying to get into the end zone, but he's going to fall at the 2, and it's going to be second down and goal.
And Taylor saying, hey, don't forget about me. I mean, I'm a big house in the backfield. You know, I can carry this team as well. I mean, that's a lot of weapons. I mean, you know, you're going to pick your poison, man. Do I want you to pass for 400 or 500 yards on me, or do I want you to run the ball for 250 and run a bunch of guys over? I mean, it's a nice package. It's a nice problem to have, you know, if you're Atascocita, and it's a bad problem to have if you're playing them.
So second and goal. They're going to go under center this time, waiting for the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, rolling out, trying to find somebody in the back of the end zone, and he had a man open. I can't tell who it was, but it's incomplete, and it's going to be third down and goal now.
Yeah, it looked like
one of the linemen.
Yeah, one of their big linemen slid out the backfield. Big Donze Peacock, one of the defensive linemen, kind of a la J.J. Watt, kind of bring your guy out. And they actually came out in, the triple I formation. I had one of my teams run that. It's really deceptive. 3 guys back to back to back in the backfield. Mm-hmm. You don't know who's going to get the ball.
So here we go again. 3 guys in the backfield. That's going to go to Taylor, who's going to bounce it around the outside, trying to fall in the end zone, and he does, and that's his touchdown for the night. It's going to be a score for the Eagles. And that is going to probably do it for this. I mean, there's not going to be any coming back from this one. As you can already tell, there's a lot of fans starting to filter out of the stadium. Yeah. And it's tough if you're Kingwood, but you can't hang your head on this game at all.
No, you can't hang your head. I mean, you're going to have some games like this when we call it back in our day the woodshed. I mean, you're going to get those every now and then. But the thing is you want to see who's going to compete, see who's going to fight to the very end, and that's stuff you can build on for the next week.
Heaton getting ready to kick the extra point up, and it goes through the uprights, and that's going to make the score here. Is that correct, or did I miss something?
Yeah, he missed one.
Okay, all right, 48-7 the score. I was just double-checking. It threw me off by the scoreboard. So your score here at Turner, 48-7, Eagles leading the Mustangs, 9:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to TexanLive.com.
We live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face. Working with my partner. 8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavenders, don't just wear it, live it.
48-7 here in this rivalry matchup between the Eagles of Atascocita and the Mustangs of Kingwood. And it's been really the turnovers for Kingwood have killed them tonight, as this kick is up and away. And it's going to be Lay trying to field it back here at the goal line, but he's going to down it in the end zone. And that's probably a good decision, as that ball was kind of carrying with the wind way back there.
Yeah, it was carrying, and then the coverage was pretty good on that play. Smart play to come out, live to fight another day, get your offense out on the field. And it's been tough, though. Like I said, I mean, you don't when you got up this morning, the last thing you thought you'd be losing right now, 48-7. You expected a tough battle. I mean, you're close in the district as far as your record, and you want to prove to not only to yourself but to the community that, hey, we're just as good as Atascocita. So I'm sure Kingwood's disappointed, but right now you want to see who's going to compete. You want to make sure you're doing that the rest of this way.
So under center is West, who will hand the ball off to Young, trying to find some room to run. But he only gains a couple of yards there, and it's going to be second down, and it looks like he only gained 1, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. So like I said earlier, The Mustangs still have College Park on the 30th, and then they have the Woodlands on the 5th. So they have to figure out, do some soul searching this week and go in and play a College Park team that's not bad. They've been struggling, but the Woodlands game on the 5th, they could have some trouble this season as that ball is handed off to Lay, trying to find some room to run, but he's brought down right around the line of scrimmage. I think he lost a little bit, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9 again.
Yeah, the Woodlands, they come out and they smash you. Defensive line, for the Woodlands, they fly around. I called one of the games earlier in the season. They gave Katy the closest game Katy has had in a long, long time, and Katy's an outstanding team. Of course, I live out in that area, and they usually maul most of their teams, and the Woodlands fought them toe-to-toe, so Kingwood's definitely going to be ready for that.
So 3rd and 8, dropping back to pass, rolling out after the play action, tossing to Hammersmith, who's open and makes the catch at the 45-yard line, breaks the tackle down to the 45 on the far or the near side, inside Atascocita territory. 1st down, big catch there for Hammersmith, and that's a good play for the Mustangs, trying to get something out of this 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's a big-time play, big-time catch. Like I say, you want to see who's going to fight, continue to fight all the way. Nice pass play. And once again, Coach Campbell, he's going to have to add some of this stuff in, and some of it looks really, really good. They want to add that to their arsenal, when they get Shea back in the backfield again and put this with it. They're going to be even better on the offensive side of the ball.
Under center's West. He's going to pitch to, that's going to be Lay taking it on the far side of the field. He's got some blockers down to the 1st down, and he's down and forced out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 1st down, and he gets up, and there's a little bit of chippiness going on again on the far side. But you got to be careful if you're Lay. You've already gotten a penalty on your unsportsmanlike conduct tonight. Yeah,
you definitely don't want to get another penalty, but I like his feistiness. He's running hard. He's running with a little aggressiveness, a little chip on his shoulder when he's running. And, as a football player, I played like that. I don't really have a problem with that. You want to keep it under control. You don't want to get any penalties and hurt your team. But, in different situations, different circumstances, that fires up your other guys on your team.
Under center's West, waiting for the snap again. He's going to hand the ball off to Young. Young trying to find a hole, and he gets a couple of yards before he's brought down, and then he fights forward, and it looks like the ball came out, and it's going to be on the ground, and let's see who has it. Atascocita is trying to say that they have the ball, and let's see, I'm not actually seeing any signals from the referees, and Atascocita has the ball, and that's turnover number 7 tonight for the Eagles, for the Mustangs, and this is shocking to say the least. That is the least. That is the only word I can even fathom right now.
Yeah, that's tough. From up here, I can't really see if he was down and they pulled it out. But you got to give it once again to Atascocita, as far as what they're doing on defense. They're ripping that ball, they're stripping it. That's exactly what you want to do. And even if the guy's down, you told your guys to, hey, knock the ball out and jump around like it's a fumble. That's aggressiveness on your defense. They're turning the ball over, exactly what they're supposed to do.
So ball at the 30 or the 27-yard line. It's going to be handed off to, I believe that's Young or Taylor. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if they have the reserves in yet, so I'm trying to double check. I think that's number 9. So that's Cameron Jones, who's actually had a pretty good season thus far too. He's got 57 carries, 293 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he's also been getting some action, and that's going to be a toss towards the far side of the field, and he's going to connect to Shorts, who makes the catch at the 30-yard line and powers forward to the 35. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Atascocita Eagles here.
Yeah, they have a few guys that have touched the ball a lot. It's a high-powered offense, so you got to spread the ball around. Between Patrick Taylor, Cameron, and DeCarlos. I hadn't seen him very much tonight, but they have more weapons. Atascocita's really talented. You have your outside skill guys, you have your inside skill guys. It's going to be formidable to play against a team like that. It looks like they have everything rolling in place. If you got them on the schedule, you need to make sure you're getting ready right now.
In the gun is Boyd. He's going to toss the ball to Shorts on the near side and set the 30-yard line, trying to find the 1st down marker, and he's forced out of bounds at the 40, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Atascocita Eagles here. And the clock sits at 6:01, 48-7 your score right now. Kingwood has been marred by 7 turnovers, 5 in the first half, 2 thus far here in the second half.
Yeah, you can't play with the turnovers. One or two is bad enough, but when you have 7, that's hard. That puts you behind the 8 ball. Because you're always kind of going uphill. It's almost like you're climbing a hill, and every time you get to the top, whatever you're on, you slip back down the hill. Oh man, I got to go back up this hill again. After a while, you just get too tired trying to get that mountain climb.
Boyd in the pistol. He's going to hand the ball off to Jones, who's going to try to find some room to run, but he's brought down in the backfield for a loss. And that's going to be 2nd down and 14. Ball is at the 36-yard line now.
And Braden Furlow, big tackle in the backfield. Nice pursuit from your big defensive tackle. Like to see him aggressive like that. Keep going on the defensive line, work on some of the stuff and the techniques that you need to work on. But nice effort on that play.
Atascocita definitely letting the clock run now, as they're just kind of waiting till the last possible moment to snap the ball. Trips to the near side. Boyd standing in the gun as he has all night. As he drops back to pass, he tosses the ball quickly over to Jones on the far side. He's got a lot of room to run. He's at the 45, the 50. Drooks another man, hurdles man down to the 40 and to the 36-yard line inside Kingwood territory.
That's a big-time play. They did that in the first half, and the ball was thrown just a little bit in front of him, and it looked the same way. You had your tackle and guard pulling out to the outside. They made big blocks. If they would have gotten that earlier, it would have looked the same way, something fairly similar. That's a nice play, nice design from Atascocita. I mean, it looks like they're running the clock out, and I mean, they are trying to run the clock down, but that's their offense. That's what they do.
They have to run what they run. I mean, they're not going to go into the I formation and try to run. That's not what they don't have plays in their playbook for that. So you have to run what you run. But that was Cameron Jones' 3rd catch of the season, and he just doubled his yardage. He only had 26 coming in tonight, and I think he just got 20 yards on that play. So he hand off to Jones again up the middle, and he gains 5 yards, and he's averaging 5.1 yards per carry. Well, it looks like he gained 4 on that play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Atascocita's got nice size too. I mean, they're imposing, and in the playoffs, they're going to be they're not going to be an easy out.
So with a win tonight, and I'm already calling it for Atascocita. There's still 4 minutes to go, but I don't think I've ever seen a team come back from this deficit with this much time. So I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, you're safe.
Okay. Well, I've got Derek's approval here. So, but with a win tonight, Atascocita is going to move to 8-1. As that ball is going to be tossed deep down the right side of the field, and it's tipped and it's incomplete, as they were targeting. It's like Fairman again on the far side. Good coverage there, though, as the safety got there just in time to help with the defensive tip there.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, he's a big fella out there. He's nice size, nice length. Throw the ball up high to him, and I mean, he usually comes down with that. I mean, he's made some plays tonight, and Mr. Campbell, I mean, I don't see him out there, which is good, but he's over on the sideline, relaxing a little bit. But they're talented. Good grief, this team is talented.
Campbell's going to be tired tomorrow when he wakes up.
I'm tired watching him run up and down the field. I mean, that's a talented young man.
So from the gun, Boyd waiting for the snap. He's going to hand the ball off. And it's going to go Dimoretti taking it on the far side, but it's going to be fumbled and on the ground. It looks like it is going to be Kingwood ball. Is it? Yes, it is. Kingwood ball on that play as Dimoretti was on the fumble. That was his first touch of the night, but Dimoretti coming into the night, 31 carries, 226 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing him as well. I mean, he's another one of the the backs back there that are getting a lot of carries for this team, and that's his first carry. Yeah. And to no fault of his, I mean, he's been sitting maybe on the sideline, just kind of getting in on maybe special teams or whatever. I mean, it's kind of hard getting on the field when you're throwing the ball all over the place. But he finally got a chance to carry him. He's probably a little bit tight. No excuses for the young man. I mean, he's had a heck of a season so far, but it's tough when you're sitting on the sideline and trying to get in at the end of the game. You're kind of cold over there.
Well, and not only that, it's just it's just hard to come. Yeah, like you said, it's hard to come in cold off the sidelines. So that pitch is going to go to Lay, who's going to take it on towards the near side, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of 1. And it looks like Grant Taylor is in for the Mustangs at quarterback, as they have gone to their backup quarterback. TJ West is done for the evening with 3:24 to go here in the 4th quarter. Call that I do agree with here. I mean, you don't want to you don't want anybody to be taking cheap shots in this kind of with this kind of a lead and risk anything. I mean, you're having a good season at 5-2, going to 5-3 at the end of the night, but you still have a very good, legitimate chance for a playoff berth, as that pitch is going to go to Young. Or Hammersmith taking up the far side of the field. He gets to the 45-yard line before he's brought out, and that's going to be a 14-yard gain and a first down.
You know, that's a nice play. Toss out to your, running out to your left-hand side, getting the first down. Good hard run, exactly what you want. And you were right, you know, in saying you want to try to get some other guys in there, you know, in your assessment. Let some of these other young men play. I mean, the score is a little bit out of hand, or a lot out of hand. You know, you want to try to get as many guys as, you know, the reps that you can get, because it's playoff time coming up, and you're going to have everybody on board.
Everybody's got to be ready, and it's at that point right now. This is just trying to get all the work in. As that ball is going to go up the middle, and it's going to be fumbled, but fallen on by Grant Taylor. I didn't see who was carrying the ball, but Kingwood will keep the ball.
Wow, that defender came down.
Yeah, it was a big hit.
And I felt that hit up here. That's big time. Atascocita, nice. Coach has them flying around. Wow.
On the carry, it looked like Matt Dean, the fullback, number 35, who fumbled the ball after he got. He attempted to leap over someone and just got speared essentially. And
you know, we tell all our young men,
stay
on your feet. Yes, do not jump in the air.
So Taylor going to go under center, 2nd down and 7. Ball on the 45-yard line, 2:07 to go. Kingwood would like to get in the end zone here. Is they're going to pitch the ball to Mark Moretti, the senior running back. 2nd string in at this point for Kingwood.
Yeah, you got a lot of young men in who, you know, haven't had the opportunity to run the ball tonight. You want to make sure you know, I'm seeing some balls roll around after these guys are getting tackled. You want to put 2 hands on the ball, you know, put your main hand with your finger on the point of the football, you know, and squeeze that ball securely tight. You know, some coaches will say keep it high, you know, keep it high and tight. That's what they need to make sure they do. They don't want to turn the ball over, you know, with little time left.
3rd and 8. It's going to be a handoff to Moretti again, who's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down for the Mustangs. And it looks like here comes the kicking unit. They're going to punt it away.
Yeah, Riley Honer, one of the linebackers, number 24 for Atascocita, making a nice play on that. You know, linebackers still coming downhill, you know, even with now in the late stages of the game, and that's good coaching.
You got to admire you can see that the Mustangs really didn't show any signs of giving up.
Yes.
On the field, you can see that they're deflated, but they're not. They haven't given up. They kept fighting throughout the entire game, even though the turnovers are literally what killed them. As Garcia gets that kick up and away, and it's going to fall down right at the 31-yard line and bounce to the 26-yard line before it's down with 28 seconds to go here in the game. So you just got to expect the Atascocita Eagles to bring out the victory formation here and walk out of here with a W. They're going to move to 8-1, 4-1 in district, and the Mustangs will move to 5-3 and 3-1 in district, and they're going to move 1/2 game behind the Eagles into 3rd place, and the Eagles will take over 2nd place in 16-6A, and they're going to be set up for a game next week against Conroe, and I believe this is a clinching. They've already clinched the playoffs at this point, so the Eagles will walk out of here with a win.
Yeah, they came in and did exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, I'm sure, you know, they didn't script or expect 7 turnovers or more than 7 turnovers, but sometimes the game works out that way. I mean, it's a funny thing. Like I said, we talked about stats earlier in the game. You know, with one of these kind of games, you can just kind of throw that kind of stuff out. You never know what to expect, but you know.
Well, especially with a game like this where you just have those turnovers, you could tell after the first 3, really, you could see the body language. I remember specifically seeing the offense walking off the field just like, good Lord, man. So it never really got going for Kingwood tonight, and Atascocita just kept their foot on the gas through the first half, and in the second half they kind of let it off a little bit, but they still ran their offense.
Yeah, that's what big-time teams do. I mean, you just keep going and, you know, keep doing the things that you have to do. I mean, Atascocita came out and played the kind of game they needed to do and, you know, took advantage of all the turnovers. I mean, a team can give you 7 turnovers and you may not score at all. Atascocita did what they had to do and scored.
So next week it's going to be the Woodlands for the College Park for the Mustangs, and that's not going to be an easy game. And then they have the Woodlands following that, so the end of their schedule is actually pretty tough. especially the last week of the season, and the playoffs aren't guaranteed for them. They have to at least win one of those games to really have their shot at the playoffs, because you've got a couple of teams right behind them. And if things fall the right way, Kingwood might end up on the outside looking in. And that's something that they have to try to avoid here. And Atascocita, I mean, they're rolling right now. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They won their first 5, and then they lost to the Woodlands, and then they've won 3 since then. And they're playing a Conroe team that, quite frankly, has not played very well this year, and they've been struggling. They're sitting in last place in the district. I mean, it's not an automatic win. It could be a trap game for them because they're going to go in. You know, they've already clinched a playoff berth.
Yeah.
But if they win against Conroe, they're going to roll into the playoffs, and they're a high-octane offense, and anything can happen once you're there.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm sure Coach is going to make sure he talks about that all week long, and make sure that they remain focused. I mean, they have a good team, good offense, good defense, special teams flying around as well. So keep that momentum and finish the season out strong. I'm sure they want to, they're deflated about that one loss they have, so they're definitely going to keep fighting. And Kingwood needs to do the same. I mean, like I said, that Woodlands team, that's a really good team, a really good defensive team. I mean, so they're going to give them all they need to, handle for that last game. So Kingwood just wants to make sure they stay positive, take the loss tonight. I mean, it's over with now. Live to fight another day. Come back in to practice, tomorrow, and get the whirlpool, all the good stuff you do as a football player, and get ready for next week's game.
So I'm going to ask you this. There's only one name that comes to my mind. I want to see what yours is. Who is your player of the game tonight?
Wow, you know what? Honestly, there are a lot of players that I thought had some great games. I mean, the obvious choice is Mr. Campbell. I mean, he caught a lot of passes, but he had to have somebody throwing those passes to him.
Yeah, definitely,
so,
definitely.
It's either going to be between Boyd or Campbell, and you couldn't go wrong with either one.
Yeah, Boyd had a great game. Campbell had a great game, but I mean, for me, it was going to be Campbell because, I mean, it's just you don't see those kind of numbers in a half ever, no matter who it is. I mean, it's just that was like you said, video game.
Yeah, I was just thinking video game. That's about it.
I mean,
yeah, that's a heck of a first half. I mean, he's a heck of an athlete. I mean, they're lucky to have him. I mean, they have a high-powered offense, and I mean, he's the key. He's the key to get you started. Him and Boyd. I mean, Boyd in the backfield, dual threat. It allows Campbell to do what he does. But I mean, Campbell's making every opportunity. He's taking advantage of it, big time.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at Turner. Your final score once again, the Kingwood Mustangs have fallen to the Atascocita Eagles 48-7. For Derek Jones, Miranda Baines on the camera, Dre Matula pressing all the buttons, making us sound great. I'm J.W. Smith saying good night and have a great rest of the weekend, everybody.